Hey everybody, welcome back to the West 4th and Long podcast. I'm Eric Koch, Jason Bruckman, Patrick Eichold, our usual driver of this car to keep it on the road. Ryan Koch is not here today. He's at a piano recital. I don't think it's his piano recital. I think it's his son's, but I'm not sure.
He might be doing, like special dad's performance or something. I could see him doing that.
Yeah, I could as well. Anyway, so we have a lot to delve into. I want to start with what a great weekend of sports it was. And I don't know if you can pick up on my sarcasm, but there's a lot of it. I'm dripping with sarcasm right now.
You can tell.
Yeah, good. I'm playing on pretty thick.
Well, if you're a Xavier fan, it got off to a decent start.
Yeah, because there's so many of them around right now. No, I mean, you're outnumbered. You're wearing your cool little Xavier hat right now. Good for you.
Yeah.
You had a semi-good weekend because you're wearing a Xavier hat, but then you're also wearing an Ohio State sweatshirt. Humbled by the mighty Hoosiers of Bloomington.
Yeah. The perspective of that shown when a buddy of mine texted me around midnight on Saturday and said, "Sorry, dude, it's our time now." And then like the next morning I said, "Huh?" And he's like, "Indiana beat Ohio State." And I'm like, oh. So in other words, like he's an IU grad. So his exuberance of finally beating Ohio State far outweighed my disappointment of losing that game. Just because, we fell from 1 to 2. Still fighting for the championship. Maybe there'll be a rematch, so that'll be fun to watch.
We'll delve into some college football. I really want to talk a little bit about that, but I want to talk more about the hope that we had this weekend. We had a lot going for us, right? The crosstown shootout. Maybe Wes. He's going to get us back. Well, you never thought that. I know he fired.
No.
All right, so he didn't do that as much.
One more notch in that belt.
He's out of
There's a lot of notches.
There's nothing left except holes.
He's on the backside right now.
It's funny. I've heard several people say with the crosstown shootout that over the last 30 or so years, Xavier's had these heroic moments by these guys. You might not know who they are, but when the crosstown shootout comes on the calendar, all of a sudden he becomes a household name around here because he puts up some ridiculous numbers.
Yep.
And it happened again. UC doesn't seem to have those kinds of guys. Rivalries can be this way. I'm not going to go on and say that Xavier's got a better program historically than UC. They don't, but the last 30 or so years they've had their number. We'll start there with UC. What do you do? I know it's early. It's an out-of-conference game, but do you that's probably too early to do anything with your coach, but what's the solution here for them?
You have to weather the storm. Until next season.
Yeah.
It is what it is at this point. It's going to be a rebuild. Mm-hmm. I don't see any chance of them really kicking it into gear. They don't have a guy.
Right.
They have like a couple of high-profile transfers, but they don't have a guy. They don't have a Sean Kilpatrick or a Kenyon Martin or a Steve Logan.
What is the last alpha? What's the last alpha
there you go.
They've had?
Alpha.
Yeah, I don't remember them having an alpha recently.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you went back to several alphas. You almost had too many.
Yeah.
On some of those teams. Outside of Danny Fortson, Kenyon Martin, if you want to call him an alpha from his play, but he wasn't that outspoken. Anyway, they need some dudes. We get that. Xavier, on the other hand, Richard Pitino, the king of Norwood right now, going out buying rounds for everybody in those bars. That was fun. Even if you're a UC fan, you got to kind of snicker at that and give him his props on that one. Good for him. They may have saved their season as bad as they looked early on the year. They can win some games in the Big East, don't you think, your boys?
Yeah, they sure looked like it. Just the way things work out, the new coach plus a bunch of new guys. I think I heard all the scholarship players weren't around last year. So yeah, it could take a while, and maybe that was a gelling moment for them. So
my favorite thing, I didn't watch the game. My favorite quote from social media was, "I can't believe UC lost to Timu Roman Reigns." So I don't know. That's a wrestling reference. I don't know if you know what Roman Reigns looks like, but I guess the guy that went off for Xavier looks like the knockoff Roman Reigns.
All right.
I want to force laughter right now because I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, so
We'll have to find it and tweet it out on our account
yeah,
tomorrow.
there you go. With all due respect to the Xavier fans that there are around here, I think you would consider that a bad day for Cincinnati because there's more UC fans.
There definitely
let's
are.
just
Yeah,
call that a
more
loss
more
of pride.
people are feeling badly about that.
They are. It's okay because the Bengals they were starting to get their footing with Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
no pun
yeah.
intended with his foot injury. But he came back. Here we go. Let's go to Buffalo. Snow Burrow. Joe Cool, and then he threw those picks.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a momentum killer. I mean, I know the defense didn't force a punt. You know, not that I'm saying that like we should be surprised. They didn't force a punt. And then Joe throws these interceptions. I mean, the first one was just, I mean, I see what he was trying to do to get it over the defensive lineman's head.
Yep, that's what you do. You throw it against where the blitz is coming
T-Rexed
from.
it.
But yeah,
He went for the lob and he
just didn't have enough on it. It was.
It looked like a UC free throw.
Yeah.
I have the luxury and the privilege of coaching second grade basketball right now, and you can remember this, Jason, especially when you coached and helped out your son when he was younger. You teach him bounce passes, but then instinctively they just try to throw it over the tall guy in front of them. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and I think Joe had one of those it didn't moments.
Yeah.
And it changed everything.
It
Well,
did.
and that's always been his weakness is the tipped ball at the line of scrimmage. So
I wouldn't consider that a tipped ball. I think that was just a.
well, whatever it was, the next one was definitely tipped, but whatever it was, maybe he just didn't. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't able to see the guy in front of him in some sort of way.
Yeah, no, I don't think he did. I thought he had more room.
Misgauged it
I
for
think
sure.
he forgot the defensive players are allowed to jump too.
Yeah.
But it was a killer. It was, and it just
Yeah,
kind
if
of
that doesn't happen, they probably
Well,
win.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and of course, if the defense was halfway decent, they might have been able to get a stop.
I feel like
but
Osai's coming along though. He's
Yeah,
been playing
I
pretty
think
well
so.
these last few games.
I would agree.
And then like 3rd and 15, you don't have a
somebody's-
spy.
I know.
don't
Oh,
spy?
man, I stay pretty even keeled when I'm watching the games. I get excited when they do well. I don't get terribly upset when they do poorly, but I was swearing at the television when that happened. Like, yeah, because they rushed. They had nobody to contain to stop that, even though that's a huge part of
Yeah.
Josh Allen's game.
They don't have downfield threats with
No.
in Buffalo.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on them to do outside of them not being able to cover any tight end? That's
Right.
still
Well, that's the
living?
other thing. The one touchdown at the end, they weren't able to get any pass rush on him. So the tight end was able to block for a little while, and then
Release.
like Bugs Bunny or something, just slipped out and just
Bugs
pulled a
Bunny.
fast one on him.
I didn't get the reference either.
And I
I
know
don't
Bugs
know, like a
Bunny
car,
is,
like, all right, whatever. Now you see me, now you don't, kind of a thing. And
Okay. All right.
He
yeah,
was
we'll go
he
with
was
it.
there.
We'll go with it.
Yeah.
Told you, fool's gold. You guys were trying to
What the
think. The
Baltimore
Bengals.
win?
The Bengals. Yep.
Oh, the win was fool's gold.
It was a little. Well, you know why it was fool's gold is because of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had 5 turnovers. A lot of them were thanks to Lamar Jackson and had less to do with the improvement of Al Golden's unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right,
Yeah.
Bengals lay an egg. Okay.
Yep.
all right.
Okay. What's
That's
next?
okay. Hey, winter meetings.
Winter meetings.
Yeah, the Reds.
Oh yeah.
The Reds.
Kyle
Yeah.
Schwarber wants to be here. He's a local.
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
we need a guy that can hit the ball over the yard. This just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And it
So-
did because it didn't.
Yep. Yep.
Philly signed him to a 5-year, $100 and
Big shocker
$50
there.
million. Yeah, well, it's 5 years, $150 million. That's a lot of money. And then I heard today, not sure if you guys heard this, that the Reds got up to $25 million a year rather than $30 million a year, with the chance for that to grow. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing incentivize it somehow.
Yeah.
Ooh, if that is the case, because I mean, the easy cop out for us is to say, oh, here we go again. Reds just didn't prioritize winning by spending money. If that's true, and the Phillies got him back for $30 million a year, and the Reds were offering 25, and they've heard this is a local guy, Middletown guy, wants to come back and play and put on for the city, and he left, and he didn't do it. And basically by saying, I want that extra $25 million. Does it look worse? I mean, no shade on Kyle Schwarber. Do whatever you want. But does that show that the Reds did make an effort? I mean, is $25 million enough of an effort for a guy his age that is a DH that doesn't play defense but can crush it?
You know my thought on this is like later in your career, chase the rings. which he got the money and he's going to chase the rings. Philly's going to be good.
They're good.
So I see no fault in him going back for the extra $5 million. My question is, was that their offer thinking $25 million is the max we're going to spend? Like, that's what we want to spend. But at $30 million, had you spent that extra $5 million, is he worth that in ticket sales and jersey sales and beer sales and hot dog sales? Is he worth that extra $5 million? To me, he would be. At least year one, he's going to be right out the gate. The ticket, you can charge a little more for tickets. You're going to get more butts in the seats.
Yeah, you're going to get people buying tickets right away.
Think about the jersey sales right out the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He'd be the juice they haven't had. I don't remember. I mean, you don't have a guy that's that good that can have a homecoming.
No, it's the Griffey.
Yeah.
It would have been like comparable to the Griffey.
That's true.
Comparable.
And he's not playing the field, so you feel a little safer, of him not getting injured every single year. But I mean, with that being said, I found out that the Reds ownership group is they're owned by shares.
Well,
oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of people. If you look
there's
at
a whole
the program,
bunch of people. There's too many hands in the cookie jar.
There's a lot.
There needs to be one owner who's making these decisions.
Well,
all right, careful with that because Mike Brown's making those decisions.
He spent money.
He did.
He spent money. Well, they're losing, but I mean, granted, Joe Burrow got hurt, whatever. Yeah. But he's still fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's still putting butts in the seats. I mean, you see it. We have superstars on that team. Yeah. Like, people come from out of town to see Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
Now, they do that to see Ellie, too.
They do that to see Ellie.
But that's got a shelf life, to your point. We've talked about this. Mm-hmm. They struck gold with Ellie, and I don't bring up his deficiencies. He's a superstar.
He's a superstar. Yes.
He's got deficiencies, but he gets people into Cincinnati.
He's going to keep improving, too.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Now, don't think they can sign him because...
And that's sad.
It is.
It's sad.
But let's just assume
that's a bigger baseball problem.
Well, it is. But 2 years ago, if you went to Ellie and said, "What was what they did with Hunter Green? Mm-hmm. Go early," and they didn't do it. But if they would have went early, I think that would have been better. And I agree with you. The Bengals, to their credit, paid the guys that get people excited. Mm-hmm. And 4-9 later, it didn't work out this year. But you still have hope for the future because they have those guys.
Yeah, they have the guys. So even when this is over this year. Next year, you're going to, if Burrow's healthy, Chase is healthy, Chase Brown's healthy, T. Higgins is healthy, you're feeling pretty good going into the season.
Yeah, and it's ironic because the Reds are coming off a playoff run, and I'm still feeling better about the future prospects of the Bengals than I am the Reds because of how they operate.
And people, I think, misconstrue what superstar means. Like, kids look up to Ellie because he's polarizing.
Right.
Now the old heads out there are going to say he's not a superstar. He is.
Nobody is.
Oh yeah.
He is. Yeah. It's just like when we were kids. Ken Griffey Jr. was a superstar to us. Like, he was polarizing. That's how Ellie is with kids. And I think the ownership needs to pull their heads out of their rear ends and go sign him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not.
They're saying he's going to be the first billion-dollar guy.
He's not going this way. He's going to trend this way, or he's going to plateau. He's not going to get worse than what he did this year.
No.
So
and everybody complains about the errors.
He's not going to be a billion-dollar guy. Shohei's a rare breed of person to be able to pitch and hit.
Soto got that money.
Yeah, but Soto doesn't pitch, and he's earning more than Ohtani.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't know.
Go offer him 12 years, $500 million.
They're going to have to pivot
with a buyout clause.
Probably not to that. They're probably not going to do that. They're going to pivot to somebody, hopefully. But maybe they'll do like some sort of Gavin Lux-esque, interesting trade. But that was kind of a bummer.
Well, it was good to hear that they made an effort for it. So if they weren't able to get him, who else is out there that they could pay? Maybe not $25 million a year, but that's a big bat that they might be able to get for $20 million.
Just a medium-sized bat.
I
mean, we don't need a.
Well,
we need a guy that can.
Well, and I think the organization's still hoping that somebody from their system comes up to be that big bat. Noel V. Marte or somebody, or CES, who really didn't have a great year. But I think that they're still trying to see who they have, who can fill what roles, and then I'm still convinced that they're going to go get somebody big. Make a trade for somebody if they're competing for the division the next year or two.
The most frustrating thing is as soon as Schwarber signed, the reports came out, who's a good trade fit. Now Hunter Green's a great trade fit for the
Oh,
Dodgers.
the next story is
now it's
oh,
to
boy.
the Reds getting rid of pieces. Like, why would you get rid of a piece that vital to your rotation that cheap?
I don't see them doing that. There's no way.
But you know how this goes. They start throwing stuff out
Well,
there, and then something sticks.
The
And
way
now all of a
it
sudden-
goes is you got to keep your pipeline filled. Yeah, so it's like this
really
combination.
don't. The
and-
Dodgers don't.
But well, they're the Dodgers.
The Phillies really don't.
Well, they can go sign anybody they want. Yeah,
I don't know.
Reds can't.
Okay, so
Just
we're all
frustrating.
really. So good weekend, everybody. That was fun, right?
Yeah,
Good
maybe
weekend.
MLS,
That was
maybe
great.
FC will sign somebody to replace all the players they got kind of coming up on contract.
Oh my gosh. we were
I
so
heard a name
positive.
floating around, Mo Salah. That'll please Logan that works here. He loves him.
There's soccer
Mo
fans that
Salah.
like that, if that happens.
All right.
All right. So that was the weekend around the Queen City. That was a blast.
Oof, yeah.
Hey, guess what? Guess
What?
who's more upset than anybody here? The Legion of Notre Dame fans, right? now.
Oh,
I was
Legion.
going to say Ryan not making the fantasy football
They
playoffs.
not- I didn't like
Oh, yeah.
3 playoff guys right here.
Look at this.
Yes,
Look at us.
look
How
at
about
us.
it? Oh, no wonder.
That was.
So let's
that was
talk
fun.
playoffs.
Let's talk
Playoffs.
playoffs. Holy cow!
How did
CFP College Football Playoff always has controversy. They've tweeted over the years. Went from 4, went to 12. You know, you have these group of 4, excuse me. I think now, right? Or is it 5?
Group-
Well,
it's
whatever,
6
smaller
now.
Schools.
Yeah.
Group of whatever has 2 teams in.
Can we just
because
call
of
them the mid-majors like in basketball?
Okay, so that's part of this. Now I'm
Okay.
gonna spoiler alert. I'm gonna rail on Notre Dame here in a minute.
Even
Okay.
though you're wearing their hat?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm a ginger. I'm supposed to do this. It's like a law thing. You have to like.
kinda
if
have
you look
to-
like a leprechaun. You have to wear the swag.
Okay.
I want my red-headed son at some point to go to Notre Dame and
yeah.
like bring the red-headed leprechaun Irish-looking mascot
That
back.
would- yes,
you know?
yes, that would be
I'm
fantastic.
confused. There's everybody but the one that looks like the one that's the mascot. Anyway, that's
He's
my
pretty
dream.
exuberant.
Yeah, he is very
I
exuberant.
think he could do it.
Yeah, all you gotta do is do this, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna rail on Notre Dame in a second, but the fact that James Madison and Tulane are in a 12-team playoff field,
Yeah.
this isn't college basketball. Before we get to the rankings and how the committee did all their stuff, should we just get rid of this? If
No.
it's gonna stick to 12, you
No,
like it,
I love it.
but they have no chance.
I
You're
don't
not-
care.
You're not putting
I-
the top 12 teams in it.
Why don't they have a chance? What if they win a game?
Then I will eat my words.
But okay, so Tulane plays Old Miss.
Yeah, and they already
Yeah.
play Ole Miss.
They already got smoked, yeah.
Okay, so Tulane beats Old Miss this time,
Mm-hmm.
this go around. You know what that does for that school?
Understood.
Well, yeah.
Or JMU puts
If-
up a fight against Oregon. You know what that does for the school? I love it because I'm tired of the same 10 teams being in it. You know, what if they do come out and they have the greatest game plan out there, like a Boise State versus Oklahoma, and they win that game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Well, okay, go ahead.
yeah. See, the thing is, so you had like Boise State and Oklahoma when 2005 or whatever that was, or you even had Boise State in the playoff last year. But they were beating good teams. They were beating ranked teams in their non-conference schedule. JMU lost to Louisville, who's unranked. Tulane lost to Ole Miss, as we said, and they lost to UT Texas San Antonio, who's had a pretty good program recently, but I don't think they're so good now. So it's like I want to see those other teams in there, but I want them to see them earn it, get up into the top 20, top 15.
You want to see 2005 Boise State. You don't want to see 2000 whatever it was Western Michigan.
Right.
Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, right.
But you just pointed out that they lost to an unranked Louisville. Who'd Alabama lose to? An unranked Florida State, a bottom feeder of the ACC this year.
But all their other games were
You can't
I
compare
see what
one
you're
to
saying.
the other, and
I
that's
see
what
what
happened
you're
with
saying.
these guys.
What guys?
Those guys.
Oh, Notre Dame. Look at them.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Yeah,
them.
Notre Dame. You
Join
know,
a conference.
Join the conference.
Join a conference.
Okay, so full disclosure, as a alum of the University of Miami, I loved how this shook out at the end. Great, and it was justice being served. Most of us were wondering, leading up to the last rankings, what are they doing? Why is the team that, I mean, the metrics are the same. Strength of schedule, strength of record. Everything is like 43 and 44, 14 and 15. Like, it's right there. And then there's that big glaring head-to-head that Miami won the game when Notre Dame played them. So Notre Dame is left out. Alabama is in and didn't move after getting throttled in the championship game because, heaven forbid, we punish an SEC team for
Negative
losing.
3 rushing
Yeah.
yards.
You know what's great about that on Twitter? Social media, everybody would say, oh, what did Miami and Notre Dame do over the weekend? Oh, that's right, they sat on their couch. Yeah, and gained 0 yards
Yeah.
rushing, which was still 3 yards more than Alabama.
So let me ask you this. Will Tulane or James Madison have more than negative 3 yards rushing next weekend?
Ooh.
Alabama limped in. Alabama more than limped into the playoff. All right? I mean, their high water mark the last month of the season was beating a 5-7 Auburn by a touchdown. That's the best thing they did. Now, I get the argument for them that they have a win at Georgia. They have a lot of good wins. They have better wins than Notre Dame. So I wasn't totally upset. I think the way it should have shaken out, instead of them being at 9, staying at 9, I think Miami should have moved up to 9. I get it without doing anything, but that would have settled the Notre Dame-Alabama debate, or Notre Dame-Miami debate. And then you have a toss-up between Notre Dame and Alabama at 10.
Well, the problem
And
was
then
2 weeks ago they should have flip-flopped Notre Dame and Miami. And then
Yeah.
we wouldn't even be talking about this.
No, and here's the thing. So I immediately, when I saw the U come up and Notre Dame was out,
You laughed.
I little. No, I didn't. I kind of felt bad because I've always, not, all ginger jokes aside, I like Notre Dame. It's cool. It's a historic program. Rudy, all that crap. Anyway, so I like all that, and I like Notre Dame. And as soon as this happened, though, I mean, just the meltdown factor of Notre Dame and their fans and their pity party of, taking their ball and going home literally, not going and agreeing to play BYU in a ball game.
Which is what you brought up a couple weeks ago would have been the next 2 best teams playing each other.
Yes, my bowl system.
Your
ranked
bowl
them.
system,
It
and
worked out.
it worked out, but
Notre Dame ruined
We were
it.
so close.
Yeah. Georgia Tech BYU doesn't have the same cachet as Notre Dame BYU for the Pop-Tart, the edible
Man.
huge Pop-Tart. How
the
great would that have
Mormons
been?
versus the Catholics?
Oh,
that
the
was
holy war? Yeah.
That is a holy war.
Catholics versus Mormons on a
That
t-shirt?
would have been great.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
They
And
blew it.
They did blow it, and I don't want to hear that they let the players pick. Don't do that, because what you're doing is you're letting them, and I understand they're upset. Don't let that attitude. I mean, it's like if a toddler comes to you and says, "Well, I'm not doing this because I'm upset." As a parent, you say, "No, that's not how you treat things. That's not how you react to adversity in life. You don't do that. You don't quit." And they quit. So I don't agree with that at all. And then it gets worse. And then the athletic director comes out and is blasting the ACC, saying they did this. They had a campaign deliberately trying to sabotage Notre Dame. What they did was say, "Hey guys, in the CFP committee, our full member, the University of Miami, beat Notre Dame, who just uses us for the other sports and doesn't join as a full-time member." They're pushing Miami instead of us. They never said that they don't want Notre Dame in. They just said that we think Miami's head-to-head should carry the day.
Yeah.
And that is a deliberate sabotage of the Notre Dame football program. And now it's done irreparable damage, according to the athletic director at Notre Dame, to their relationship.
Okay.
Irreputable.
Irreparable.
Irreparable.
So what? Shut up. All right, I'm sorry. Don't think you are what you were 50 years ago. You get eyeballs, man. You do. And you're relevant. You're a power. That's great. But there's a lot of you out there. There's Georgia.
Man,
there's
this is getting
Alabama.
personal.
There is. No, there's just a lot of programs that can say the same thing. You think Alabama doesn't get eyeballs? You think people aren't going to be watching Oregon or Ohio State? Okay, it's okay.
It's because they want all their money.
Right.
They want all the money. I'm sure if they went to ACC and said it's going to be a 90-10 split of our revenue that we bring in, I'm sure the ACC
Notre
would have
Dame
been,
keeps their own bowl
They
money.
control so much in college football that they can't cry foul or they can't cry
Well,
more.
and they're losing their grasp.
I hope you're right, but then you look at this memorandum that came out, and the athletic director explained it today. In 2026, if we stick to the 12-team format, the Power 4 conference champions go automatically. So Duke would have been in.
Okay.
You know who else is guaranteed to be in if they're ranked in the top 12? Notre Dame. Not in a conference, but if they're ranked 12 or higher, they're automatically in, which means Miami, you're out.
So
Which
when
means
did they?
Alabama, you're out. In place of Duke and Notre Dame.
Okay.
When did they come up with that rule?
A couple years
just,
ago.
Oh,
I'm
a couple
not-
years ago.
Yeah, I think so. Or last
It wasn't
year.
just like
They should do an
yesterday.
addendum.
Because it
They
seems
should
like
do another addendum that you have to be in a conference in order to make the playoffs.
yeah, it's like, why haven't they thought this out? Like, why haven't they played out these scenarios? Like, what if we have a conference champion that somehow that has 4 or 5 losses? You know, it's like last year they had, Boise State had a bye, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh wait, well we're gonna adjust it for next year, and then now there's
let it
going to be
go.
adjustments again.
Just let it go. It's fine. You're going to have teams that are upset. Who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What
Even if you
happens
explain
if
it,
what
explain
happens
it to
if
16.
UConn goes undefeated next year? They're an independent. They were 9-3 this year.
Yeah, there you go.
What if they go undefeated and they're in? Everybody, UConn can't compete with it. Well, you make an easy schedule, beat everybody.
I hope it changes and goes to 16 for 2 reasons. Number one, so we can get rid of the stupid
2 home games.
Yeah, well, no, because of the stupid 12-team Notre Dame all-power 4 automatically in. Duke should not have been in. I'm sorry. And the ACC, fix your tiebreaker. What are we doing? Why are they in that game? Good for you winning the conference, but let's get rid of it.
Congrats, Duke.
Well,
but
that's the first thing you
way
need
to
to fix
wreck
is your conferences.
Yeah, because
they need to have
geez.
divisions, 2 divisions.
Because honestly, it's been said to death the last few days.
Yeah.
But if the ACC didn't have this convoluted tiebreaker going to the 5th tiebreaker, if they just went by rankings, then Miami probably would have won their ACC championship game and made their way in anyway.
Wow.
Sorry, Virginia.
Didn't they lose to Virginia?
No, they didn't play them.
Yeah, right.
Because remember, there's 18 schools in every
Yeah.
conference. Yeah.
Don't have 20 and have
Duke didn't
divisions.
play. I don't think they played like Virginia, Miami, Louisville, SMU, any of the top 5. I don't think they played any of them. But no, good for you for winning. Fix that though, because in Miami, let's just assume would have beaten Virginia. They would be in, okay, and then you would have had Notre Dame in anyway in place of a James Madison or a Tulane because they were ranked higher.
Oh, I don't like him.
I know you don't like that, but
I
that's
think
what
you give
that's
the
what
little
would've
guys a shot. I think it just does so much more for those programs. Like these programs don't need it. Notre Dame doesn't need the
happened.
recognition.
Like, it's been a minute.
Well, no, I'm saying like they don't need that for recruiting and stuff. I like it. It kind of starts even like, hey, I can go to Tulane and play in the playoffs.
They need it for recruiting these schools, dude, because you've noticed how many schools are not playing in bowl games. It's not just Notre Dame. The bowl system is crumbling, and it's because of petulance like what we're seeing in South Bend. I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous.
Well, it's NIL too.
It is.
Why get hurt when I can go make more money?
Well, yeah, it just depends on the school, the coach. I mean, look, Steve Sarkisian in Texas came out thrilled to play in his bowl, right? It's the Cheez-It Bowl, the Citrus Bowl. It's
I
a
like
great
that
bowl.
Summerall can continue coaching.
So do I.
He's got Florida on hold. Florida said, go coach. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, listen, make it 16 teams. You don't add a week. We're just getting rid of the buys if we do 16, right?
Get rid of the
and
bye.
I say the top 15 in the CFP, and then do an at-large, like one group of 5, automatic qualifier if they're ranked in the top 25. Because what that does is...
What if you have 2?
So then you have your
what if you
typical
have
1
2 in the
versus
top
16
15?
Well, you
matchup.
well, then if you have 2 in the top 25, if they're good enough, like Boise was last year, they'd be in the top 15 anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just think get to 16 because think about what you would have done this year. I don't know if you would have had a James Madison or a Tulane, so I apologize to them.
Well,
That
no,
might
you
have
go to the
screwed.
top 14 teams and then two little guys. Let them
okay.
play.
There's room for movement there. But what that would have done is that would have got Notre Dame in, that would have gotten BYU, Texas, Vanderbilt, and Utah. I like that. And maybe
That's
not
adding
Utah.
4.
You might
And you still have Tulane and
yeah.
James
okay,
Madison. So
you-
that's
yeah,
fine.
Get rid of Utah. So you would have had,
BYU,
BYU,
Notre Dame. Who else you say?
Texas, and Vanderbilt.
Oh, more SEC. Imagine that.
Well, it just means more.
Maybe you cap the conferences too.
The problem is, and you look at the schedule, Oklahoma hosting Alabama the first game of the playoff. That'll be fun, right? For people. That'll get eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch that one.
You're not going to watch any of them, I don't
I
think.
am.
Are you?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to watch
Oh,
the
you're gonna watch the
little ones?
JMU
The
little
guys,
ones.
the little
Yeah, I
guys.
want to watch those.
They got
David versus Goliath.
I think Texas A&M kind of got the short end of the stick in their rankings because for some reason they moved behind Ole Miss. Ole Miss, and forgive me for saying this, Group of 5 supporter here, but Ole Miss hosts Tulane, while A&M has to host Miami. And from a talent standpoint, I think you would say I'd rather play Tulane with all due respect. So, A&M now has to beat Miami, then go play Ohio State, and then go play, gosh, who else? Anyway, they have
A&M.
Georgia. That's a gauntlet.
A&M. I thought A&M got a bye.
No, A&M is 7, hosting 10 Miami at noon.
Oh wait, who's
So-
the fourth? Who am I missing? Georgia, Indiana,
Oh,
Ohio
Texas
State,
Tech, which
Texas
everybody's
Tech.
sleeping on.
Okay.
We'll
Oh
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good against BYU.
Paid for their
last week.
roster.
And look, all these guys paid
Everybody
for their
did.
rosters.
Yeah.
And here we are. No, I like, if we get past, you have some fascinating matchups in the quarters and semis as we go through this. Indiana, good for them.
I
man.
just don't. I like
Yeah.
going to your 16 teams. That way, the second round, like these teams that earned like the top 4 seeds, actually get to host a game.
Right.
They don't get to host a game,
Congratulations, Indiana. You're number 1 in the country. You still haven't hosted a playoff
and
game.
you've
of
got to.
Big Ten.
Where are they going to have to go?
The Rose Bowl.
So they got to go all the way out west to play a game
Yeah,
instead of their first game being at home.
They're a Big Ten. I mean,
Well,
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
I think there's a ton of Indiana fans that are ecstatic that they get to go to Pasadena and watch their school
but how
play.
much more fun would it be if it was a home game against Oregon?
I'm sure they would be excited about it too, but like the
That's
Rose
not a home
Bowl
game
in the
for
Big
them.
Ten, what?
If they play Oregon, that's not a home game.
There's going to be plenty of people making that trip. It's not a home game, but it's the Rose Bowl, and they got to pick. The first seed gets to pick where they go.
by the way, that
and they
can
always
still
pick the Rose
happen.
Bowl.
That can happen if and they can do both. Under what we're
Yeah.
talking about with 16
teams.
You host number 16, James Madison. Good, you have a playoff.
You
game
could
at home.
host the
Fun.
first 2.
But no, but then because all this does is no, you don't. Everybody conferences for the first round.
Okay.
Then you go to what is currently constructed. So you still have Indiana.
bowl
You're getting a
games.
playoff game at home, which is a revenue maker, and then you're going out to Pasadena. Good for you. And you get to play Alabama or Oklahoma, which is what's happening already. So all you're doing is letting a few more teams each year that may have a shot at a run in. And what you're also doing is, if you're the playoff committee in the future under a 16-team thing, you can really manipulate those matchups for TV, which I don't want you to do that, but you're manipulating stuff anyway if you're the committee.
Yeah.
So then you go hard.
They
Then
are.
You can be like, well, who
They are.
are the matchups I want and when do I want them? And then you can just play it out, and you'll still have 16 teams with a chance to win it rather than 10-2 or 12 if you want to call it 12. So Notre Dame, come on, man, be better. I'm sorry, but just you're acting like you're above the law, and you're not. You're just not.
Newt Rockne would have plugged in any bowl that they put him in.
Rudy would have gone to the
Rudy
Pop-Tart Bowl.
would have loved the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah. So I don't know what they think this is making them look like to the public, to recruits, but
Yeah,
you
that
just look
doesn't
petty, man.
it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I'm taking off my Notre Dame hat. You know what?
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
choosing my college here. I'm
There
going to
you
put on the Miami hat. Yeah, let's go Canes. All right, so that was that. Anything else around the world of sports anybody wants to talk about? How about Phillip Rivers doing his best Joe Flacco?
Wow. I don't see how somebody, regardless of age, I don't see how somebody that's sat out of the game for 5 years.
The
Can-
Bengals should have done the right
can-
thing and
can-
released Joe Flacco and let him go play for the Colts. You're out of it.
Well, that's
You're out of it
Well,
now.
what
That's
if
an
what if they
admirable
want to
thing, but-
keep him in the house and keep him for next year?
He already said he didn't want to play next year.
He did say that?
Yeah, he said that this was his last go before the season.
Before the season?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll change his tune if they can.
Oh, you're not a Colts fan, even though you're
sweeten the-
from Indy, aren't you?
No, I'm from Cincinnati. Remember? I
Yeah,
just
you
lived
in
there.
Indy, yeah. Well, he just lived in Miami, so
Yeah. Well, no.
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm confused.
And you're a Miami fan.
Yeah, because I went
Yeah,
there,
you
I
lived there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, you didn't go to Colts University is what you're saying, so you don't have to be a Colts fan.
No.
How about the
yeah.
NFL though? Right now, where it's at, like you got some random teams at the top, which I love. Like the Chiefs are tanking.
Yep.
Bengals are tanking.
I don't know if I buy any of the good teams, though.
No.
I just don't. The
Like-
second you trust the Colts, like we did 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago, they're face
The
planting.
Texans were terrible, and now all of a sudden they're good. It's like, what is going
You
on?
feel bad for the Colts a little, don't you, though? I mean, they invested 2 second-round picks to get Sauce. Because Danny Dimes was, hurt. And then Danny Dimes was doing his thing. I get it. All in. Look, this is our moment.
Yeah.
And then both are out. And then, you might not have Daniel Jones back for more than a year. I don't know. It's an Achilles, right? Oh.
And look at
yeah.
where what their backup's doing for Arizona. Like they had Jacoby Brissett, and he is absolutely lighting it up. Like their record doesn't show it, but in fantasy terms, he is slinging it all over the place.
Yeah, it is a weird year.
It's a weird year.
I don't know. I mean, do you trust New England? I mean, you've seen a year and a half of Drake May. Is that enough to know he can go on a run? I don't know. I mean, like if you held a gun to my head and said, for whatever amount of money, you had to pick the winner of the Super Bowl right now. Let's do that. Who? Right now. The winner of Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara is going to be.
I'd go Rams.
I said the same thing.
I'd go
Yep,
Rams.
I trust the Rams. I
Rams
trust
or Niners.
Yeah,
That'd be my guess.
That's a
I
good
trust.
pick.
I trust a guy that's done it before. I know at our expense. But
Yeah, I was gonna say the most experienced quarterback that makes it in.
If Matthew Stafford wins it this year, I think he retires.
he should. Yeah,
He's what? He's 40, almost 40.
close. But that gets
right
him his
out.
2 rings. That's his Canton
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Even
for
though I know
sure.
Eli's not in, but I think he's a statistically better quarterback than Eli. So yeah, you're right though.
Yeah.
Weird year. Weird
It's a
year.
weird year.
Yeah, it is.
Like-
Well, that's
Who-
what keeps
were
it
we
interesting.
picking?
You know.
Yeah, Broncos.
yeah, I know.
Packers.
Packers. Do you
Packers,
trust?
yeah.
Who do you trust? And it's almost like can you totally dismiss? I think I want to officially kill them off, the Chiefs. I think I do because I don't think they have the players anymore. But they're the only ones that have.
They're
done
in
it.
they're in third in their division.
Yeah, I get it. It's a
6
long
and 7.
long
The
shot.
one that's like you can't figure out, but you feel like they're going to put it together. Are the Eagles?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden they're just going to get really hot that last game and just.
I tried.
They
Listen,
could.
I picked them last week. I picked them to beat the Chargers, and I watched that game. And not the cool Monsters University one, but like the real one. And gosh, Jalen Hurts, 5 turnovers. He turned it over on the
Oh,
same play
man.
twice. If you saw that, it was
I
an
did.
interception, fumble. He picked it up. He fumbled. Like, man, dude. Like, we're talking top 5, and I hate ranking quarterbacks and calling guys elite, but you went from that to what I saw last night.
Everybody has a game like that, though.
No.
Aaron
A game
Rodgers
like
had them.
that?
Brett Favre's had them. Everybody's
Mahomes-
had 4 interception games. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, they've all
Mahomes
had
has
them.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mahomes has it. Yesterday was his first 3 or Sunday was his first 3 interception game of his career.
Won't be his last.
I hope not.
Fun
Coming.
fact.
Yeah, it's a weird year. It is. I don't know. It's kind of fun though.
Yeah,
Even more fun.
yeah.
if the
When
Bengals
it's more unpredictable, it's more fun. But yeah,
I don't know. So okay, who would
Bengals
you
on
pick to win?
pick to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still have. Well, Tampa Bay's kind of on a slide. Carolina's taken over the lead of that division, haven't
Weird.
they? Weird. Yeah, but I don't know. I'd like to see Baker Mayfield get in the playoffs and make a run. There's just something about the fact that he finally got out of the Browns and is having success.
All right. The Bucks, huh?
I like that pick too. And I always love Baker Mayfield. I just saw something where on draft day, I never knew this, but like he had a huge draft party at his parents' house or his house or something, and then he gets a phone call because and he starts yelling at somebody, and it's like his friend behind him in the crowd. He prank called him from his cell phone. You have so many like real life moments. I feel like with Mayfield, he's just a regular guy.
Yeah.
I think I would root for him over most quarterbacks in the NFL. So that was our spin around the NFL, but let's get right into our picks if we don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
Are you smarter than a second grader? And
Ooh, how did we do last week?
so far, we are. This is our weekly segment where we pick against my second grade son, who knows very little about football, but likes to make his picks anyway.
We
he had
kind
a
of
4
don't
and
know
1
very
week.
much either.
No, we don't. Well, that's the whole point, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. We don't know
Yeah.
that much more than he does.
No, we don't. Some of his reasoning is no better than what we come up with. He is just below the 500 mark, but he went 4-1 last week, as did you, Patrick. So
all right.
it's actually pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Tightening up.
Every week, just to let you behind the curtain a little bit, we let Jason pick these games, and I don't know. I get the charm behind some of them. Is like, let's pick a game that not everybody else picks. I get that. Giants Commanders is our first one that you picked for this.
I love like
Ew.
toilet bowl games that are just like, man, who's worse?
Hard to pick. I support your decision
I just
to
like
do
the
that, Jason.
who's worse here.
This is. Do you want to do your Ryan impression and show who he picked and say your
I don't
reason
have
why?
a sody pop to
I
crack.
don't-
So
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they have any Bearcats on
Yeah,
this team
I
that
don't
picked either.
Ryan's going Giants because Ryan, I don't know.
Yeah.
He'll probably say something stupid
Yeah,
like
once they have
Cameron Scottaboo or something. I don't
They
know.
had a Bearcat once, and
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, and that's why I picked the Giants. 'cause I
Rondé
don't-
Tiki Barber's going to run all over the place. I don't know.
Yeah,
So you're going with
Jameis and the boys.
Oh, is he starting?
I have no idea because it's a game between the Giants and the
man.
Commanders. I have no clue.
No
who's playing.
clues.
He's not getting any coverage.
See, it's fun.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Woo! Maybe I'll watch it.
I'm going to go Giants. Yeah. And now,
Good.
if
we go.
Jameis is starting,
Yeah.
man, I might be the game.
Oh man, yeah.
I think
Wait for the highlights.
Is it
I've
Thursday
been-
night?
Post-game interview.
No, it's Sunday at 1.
Sunday
Can you
1.
believe it's not prime time?
Man,
Yeah.
Jameis Winston in prime time is always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got.
I went with the Giants too. I think just because they're the home team.
This is like where the second grader actually is on par with our analysis. He says the Giants too because they're big. I mean, we're not doing any better, so buddy, I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be, and maybe he means they're big up front, which means they're going to push the Commanders around a little bit and move the line of scrimmage. So all picking the Giants. The next game is Bills, or no, it's not.
Chargers and Chiefs.
and Chiefs. Okay. Ryan, we know who Ryan's going to pick.
How does the Chiefs have another home game? I feel like all their games are at home whenever I see them.
Yeah. I think they're hoping we don't notice because they're not good this year.
I'm going to pick the Chargers because I like their soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, I like them. I don't know why he's Kermit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my Patrick Mahomes and go Chiefs. I can't kill them officially just because
Yeah.
nobody else is that good. And I watched Justin Herbert turns the ball over a lot, and I know he's got the arm injury. He doesn't look like a guy that I can trust in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I
I still go ahead, Jason.
I'm going to go with the Chargers because their defense is looking really good. If they can do that, Hurts, I'm excited to watch. Maybe this will be Patrick Mahomes' 4 turnover game.
Ooh,
Exciting
you heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like my prediction from a few years ago that Justin Herbert will not win a Super Bowl is still going to
still have that
be a
posted
thing.
up?
No, I think we took it down, but
we remembered it though.
yeah, we remembered it. Even with Harbaugh, whatever. Chefs just again because they're at home, and I don't know. They'll rebound. Yeah, Chargers. It wasn't. Yeah, they won, but it wasn't dominating. So I'm going with the Chiefs.
You know, that just reminds me when you talked about your Justin Herbert prediction, how I predicted the Bengals would finally go to a Super Bowl before 2031. I bet Jason a steak dinner, and then he never paid up.
Oh.
Hey, if anybody's out there and wants to chime in, what do you think the monetary value is
Oh,
of a steak dinner?
there we go.
2015.
2011.
2011.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
2011.
2011 monetary value.
Yeah.
$2011.
And what does a steak dinner even constitute? Is it just the steak? Is it with sides? Is it with a
No,
drink? Is
dinner.
it-
Yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
have sides.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Singular.
Well,
What-
Singular side.
A side.
A side.
anyway.
Well, if you're going to like Ruby's or something, like when I went, like you can't eat more than one side.
Yeah, because they're big.
Yeah. So what constitutes a steak dinner?
Like if he were to totally just,
Take a plate and divide it up. What's it look like?
well, and
We're
then how much
interested.
is it? All
Yeah,
right, that's the
more
biggest
importantly.
thing. Because he might just say, "Here's the money," and just that's it. And if that's gonna happen,
No, but people want to see. Yeah, we want to see pictures.
I'd like to live stream my steak.
I want
dinner
to.
with
I want to
Jason.
see these two on opposite ends of a table with a candle in the middle. And
Yeah.
I'd blow it out.
oh, would you?
Do I still get to eat?
No. You got to get it to go.
Going straight for dessert.
All right.
Bills,
Second
Patriots.
grader.
Oh, second grader. What game were we on? Chargers, Chiefs. Oh, yeah, Chiefs. He still thinks they're a good team. He does, and we'll see. All right. Now this is the best game of the weekend, I would argue. Bills at Patriots, because the Bills had their great comeback win against the Bengals, and talking about another division winner of years past that is on the ropes a little bit. Do we trust the Patriots to kind of put them out and clinch this thing? Because we're getting close to the end of the season here. Ryan says yes, Patriots.
Ryan is going with the Patriots.
Okay.
And I don't know why, so we'll go with that.
Okay, I'm going Buffalo because this is just another new team in this new NFL that I can't fully trust. I saw them almost get beat by the Bengals. I guess maybe that's resonating a little bit. And if you give Josh Allen just a little bit of runway with confidence, I mean, maybe this could turn into a resurgence for the Bills.
All right. I am going to go with the Patriots because I have no clue. And I can't figure them out. I don't know anything about them. And they're only have, 2 losses? So let's go Patriots.
Mike Vrabel, good coach.
He is.
Well, look what he's doing with no talent.
They
Yeah.
have talent.
Well, I'm just saying.
Remember Stephon Diggs?
He knows what he's doing.
I'm just giving you a name.
I'm just saying, they only have 2 losses, and you just said he's a good coach. What would the Bengals' record be with Mike Vrabel?
You want to have us trade a Mike Vrabel and Zach Taylor?
Are you able to do that on Madden? Trade coaches and.
You can do it in the NFL. John Gruden was traded.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can swap players and everything, but what if you put a different coach and then run the simulation? I wonder if they've gotten that far yet.
I don't know, but Trey Hendrickson would flourish in New England. Let's send him and Zach Taylor to New England.
Okay.
For Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, see what the records are.
Yeah.
Who would have a better
Social
record?
experiment.
Hey,
All right.
I'm going. Yeah, the Bills are road favorites, which I found surprising. But I think the Patriots. Yeah, they're going to maintain control of their division.
Second grader agrees. They have more wins, he says. It's as simple as that.
Okay, just keep
Why
winning.
overcomplicate it?
Yeah.
Boom. What else we got? Another good one.
Another weird one.
Yeah,
though.
another weird good one. Well, not. I mean, these guys played in the Super Bowl before. Packers
Right,
at
but
Broncos.
they had
yeah,
they had a
different
guy.
guys. Yeah.
2 guys.
Maybe Jordan Love and Bo Nix is
Maybe.
John Elway and Brett Favre 2.0.
Maybe.
Don't think so, but weird because the Packers are up and down. Denver's been consistent, just not flashy. Ryan still picks the Broncos, it looks like.
Yeah, he's going Broncos because I don't know.
I don't know. The altitude's really going to mess with the Packers. It doesn't sound like that at all. It's great, I know.
Ryan's going Broncos because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going am I? Yeah, I am going Broncos. I don't like them per se. I don't trust them, but they do it every week. So, and I don't trust the Packers to go on the road and win right now.
I'm going to go Green Bay, and strictly because of their defense, I think they can contain Bo Nix, and Bo Nix will make a few mistakes, and I think they can capitalize on it. I don't think the weather and the altitude quite messes with the Packers like it does some other teams.
No, I don't think so.
They're used to that stuff.
Yeah, I to your point a second ago, Eric, the Packers are too up and down. You know, the Broncos are at home. I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, you almost have to trust some of these consistent teams, even though I didn't trust the Patriots on the last pick. But you just got to go with the results at this point. Second grader says Patricks. Packers. The Patricks.
The Patricks.
Patricks, yeah, go Patricks.
All right.
Pats go. The Pack is his pick because they're going to pack up the ball and leave. He said that 3 weeks in a row. I still don't know what it means.
Was he right 3 weeks in a row?
He was not. Lions at the Rams.
Lions at the Rams.
That's a fun one, too.
That is a fun one.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to vote for Ryan.
Who did
don't
I pick?
Oh, I'm taking the Rams because Puka Nacua or something.
Yeah, it looks like
Fantasy football.
Yeah, somebody. All right.
He helped me win.
I'm going to pick the Rams, too.
Any reasoning?
Go to my Super Bowl pick. That's part of it.
Okay.
Stafford's having an MVP season. That's and you just don't waltz into SoFi. And
All those Rams
dozens
fans.
of Rams fans. Whose house? Well, depending on the week, it might not be Rams' house.
Might not be.
But I'm going with the Rams, despite the huge lack of home field advantage.
Do I think the Rams would win the Super Bowl right now? Yes. Do I think they're going to beat the Lions? No. And the only reason why is because this is a weird year. And the Lions looked terrible last week, and somehow they'll win this week, and I can't explain it.
I think Stafford's going to – I mean, this is the Stafford Bowl. I keep forgetting that. Don't you think he gets up a little bit more for his old team?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Maybe not, because he's got – it's not like a messy breakout.
No.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl after he left, and Detroit still has it.
Can't say much here. Patrick?
Yeah, again, the Lions are just too up and down, and going out there to L.A., the Rams are just consistent. So the GOATs, or the Rams, or whatever they are.
Yeah. Lions, because is the second grader's pick. They have a better offense.
Don't know about that.
It depends on the week.
Yep.
It literally depends on the week.
It's a weird year.
Yeah, it is a weird year. Now, I am going back for our weekly trivia this week. I do want to pick on Notre Dame a little bit more. So, does anybody up here know the last time they won a national championship?
1988.
That's not the trivia question, but very good.
Oh.
Since 1988, how many schools have also won a national championship?
How many?
I've already seen the answer, so I'm not going to respond.
So that's 37 years, is my math right? So
multiple.
yeah, so I'm gonna 14 seems awfully. I'll go 18.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it on the nose.
Is it? Yeah.
Hey!
Woo!
Okay, look at some of these schools for a second too. All right.
They're all the same.
Well, no, I mean Georgia Tech, Colorado, Washington, Nebraska, Florida, Tennessee, Michigan, USC, Florida State, Oklahoma, Ohio State, LSU. Then you get into some of the other ones, right? Yeah, I get that.
But no, like
Georgia
these
Tech's won it since then?
I
Yeah.
would say
they split it with Miami,
Wow.
91.
I would say maybe Georgia Tech, Colorado, and
Or no,
Nebraska.
Colorado,
People
Georgia Tech split it.
may not have guessed.
Yeah, I would have
Just
guessed.
because like
Nebraska,
these other
yeah,
teams,
I
you
figured
eventually
that.
would have guessed them.
You would have, yeah. And not a lot of surprises, but point being is that there's a lot of schools up there that have won and won consistently. If you look in the parentheses of some of these, they've won multiple championships since Notre Dame has won a single one. It's almost like the Cowboys of college football, right? I mean, I get it, and I'm not knocking you for having eyeballs on you. That's great, and then go get that money, leprechauns. You know, I get it. You know, have your TV deal. You just can't have your cake and eat it too. I don't get it. Just the outrage. You were in it last year. You're guaranteed to be in it again. I've seen your schedule next year. Nobody's on it. Well, ironically, they do host Miami
Who are we talking about?
in South Bend, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Join
Yeah.
a conference.
They have
Yeah.
one game, and it's hosting Miami in November. That's going to be a very expensive ticket because those people have money, and they're going to be fired up for that one. I'm pretty sure you can pencil that in for a prime time somewhere. Anyway, just get over it though, Irish. I'm sorry.
Well, go back to the different winners since '88. Just think about how much it's changed since then.
Yeah.
It used to be a vote. Like, you know, someday you're going to tell your kid, like, yo, the national championship was decided by a vote. What? And then they moved into the BCS and 4-team, 12-team. Here's some trivia. Who won the first 4-team playoff?
Yeah, I know. It was. Do you know?
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Who won the first 12-team? I'm just throwing out.
Oh, that's funny.
Questions.
That's fascinating.
So they won't win another one until they go to a 16. Is that what you're saying? I mean, common denominator here.
Yeah, you just got to keep expanding it so the Buckeyes keep winning.
They're going to expand it. They're going to vote in January. They're going to expand it again. Somebody says Bengals are directly trying to injure Cook Sporting Goods by being terrible at football. I'm offended too.
We got a lot of stuff, you guys. Come on down.
we do.
Come shop.
It's all good.
You know what's
Christmas.
great, though?
It's Christmas. Be generous.
UC's
to us.
Yeah, 'tis the season to be spending. The UC thing is the funniest thing because we're so thankful for all the UC people that come in here and buy things and buy it online. It's so cool and it's so much fun what they've been able to do with the Jordan brand specifically. It is nice to have like one thing going in the city that, I mean, they can be terrible and that's how they look right now, but it's still cool. You know, UC still got a coolness to it.
Yeah, and that Jordan, all the elephant print stuff, the throwback stuff, it's really cool stuff. It's just a shame that we don't have something to go with it in the basketball program.
Right.
Football, I'm still giving a buy. As long as you keep getting better every year, if he wins 8 or 9 games next year, let's keep it going.
Yeah. I'm not getting rid of them now. If they win the Liberty Bowl, isn't that 8?
That's 8. I'm counting regular season.
I know,
Next
but
year they got to
wins
get to 8 or
wins.
9, and then, I mean, you got to be realistic as a UC fan. They're not a football powerhouse. They are supposed to be a basketball school.
They did go to a playoff.
I mean,
Well,
I'm gonna be
Indiana's supposed to be a basketball school too.
They're a football
changing of the
powerhouse.
guard.
Change it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Indiana, Ohio State round 2 in the championship game.
That I would love to see that.
We can do that next week.
Ohio
officially.
State
Yeah, let's do
has
that
got to
next
get
week
past
officially.
Georgia in the second round.
I'm going
but-
Tulane.
Anybody
Okay.
want to complain? We're running out of time. Anybody
Well, I
got
want to
anything
say
they wanna
one
complain
thing.
about?
The 2 non-power schools that are in there, those quarterbacks are going to be making some money.
To your point, it is funny. If they go to an LSU next year, they're a power. They're part of a power program, but they.
And what if they go? What if like the Tulane's quarterback follows him to Florida, and then they go to the playoffs?
You know
So
who-
was it that big of a mistake for putting them in then?
Tulane's quarterback last year just got $4 million to go to play at Duke and win an ACC title this year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, could be. Okay. Well, I mean, your grievance has already kind of been stated that you think these guys should have a chance. So, shut
That's
up,
not
everybody.
Really, my grievance.
No, I know. What is your grievance? What do you got?
My grievance is parents out there. If you're a parent of a younger kid, maybe between the ages of 5 and 10, let them talk. Right? We do a lot of fittings down here for baseball uniforms, and I like to direct my questions to the kid, like, "Hey, what's your name? Who do you play for?" And the parents, 90% of the time, butt in. Let them talk. I mean, it's going to help them in the future. Like if
Absolutely.
you go out to dinner and you go and you're dining in at Chick-fil-A, let them order their meal. Right? It's just going to like communication in our
just a little that confidence.
society is going downward.
It is.
So
It
let
is.
them talk. Let them talk.
them
If
know.
they're wrong, correct them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll second that, Jason, because I see it. I notice it all the time, and I see that too. Yeah, give your chance. You know, let
Give 'em
them
a chance.
break down that barrier and,
Yep.
and communicate with a stranger in a safe place.
They're
Yeah.
already on this, or their tablet, or watching TV all the time anyway. So they're losing so many social skills anyway. Yeah, I'm with you. What do you got?
No, I thought I had something. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty content.
I don't know if I have anything either. I mean,
You
I
don't want to
already
gripe
rolled on.
about the Ohio State offense? Nothing?
I didn't watch that much of the game. I watched the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Hartline didn't really cook.
No. Well,
They're
it
not
was
coaching the
it,
playoff. Did I see that?
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do.
That'd be interesting for their Cotton Bowl matchup with.
Our boy Kerry Combs is going to Michigan.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's not a grievance, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. He's really he's like the Joe Flacco. I feel like of the wouldn't he?
coaching profession.
Yeah,
He's
he's,
everywhere.
He's really. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
impressive resume.
It is.
I don't have anything to complain about because I feel like I just wrote on Notre Dame for 35 minutes.
You
so
sure
I don't
did,
know.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they kind of deserve it. I'm sorry. It'll be a fun playoff. And I really do hope that Tulane or James Madison shuts me up. I really do. You got to root for the little guy.
So what
Yeah.
shuts you up? Is it like a one-score game?
Yeah,
Is it a win?
yeah, one-score
Game?
Absolutely.
Or like maybe a 10-point loss
Now-
or something? They're driving.
Tulane didn't go up against Pete Golding's Ole Miss Rebels. He went up against Lane Kiffin's. So that could be something. This guy's never coached before, to my knowledge, as a head coach. And his first game is at a CFP game. Woo.
But you also have experience now against that team, so you kind of know their tendencies,
Yeah.
like who their playmakers are. You know how you're coming in with, I think, a better game plan now.
It's hard to beat anybody twice, and it's definitely hard to beat them by that much twice. So we'll see. I don't know. And also, I guess we should say the Bengals are playing this weekend, and they're playing the Ravens, and please come in.
And they're not mathematically eliminated yet.
Yeah, there's still a path. I mean, there is. They won 4 games, including this Sunday, and I think I saw that the Ravens have to go 2-2 with that loss to the Bengals. Steelers got to go 1-3. They're capable of that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Make the push for a home playoff game.
It's a weird year.
8-9 division champs.
That'd be great.
Put in the order for the hats, Jason.
All right, no,
We may,
no, I'm
we
not.
may have missed our
Division
Super Bowl
champs.
deadline.
Super Bowl we haven't missed, but
No.
yeah, I mean, if they win the AFC North, I don't think anybody's buying anything. This is a limp into the playoffs.
I'll tell you what I want. I want an 8-9 shirt instead of a
Ooh,
6-7.
there we
if They go
go.
8-9.
Well, how's it go, Jason? 8-9.